Okay, so the next video is going to be on how to add a sky to your map. I'm not going to get into the details, but I'm going to show you how to add some of the standard skyboxes that come with Urban Terror. In my last video, it was telling you how to do terrain. I've decided to actually make a terrain tutorial on Autodesk 3D Max 2010 on the trial version. I'm hoping it's going to come out right, and I'm just doing it because I've needed to do it for a while and I should have before. But I'm downloading it, obviously, 17 minutes left, 600k a second. Ha. But back to the tutorial. What you have to do is you have to go into your Urban Terror Q3E24 folder, your mapping Urban Terror, obviously, if I can find mine. Too many different places. Anyway, once you're in your Q3E24 folder, you have to go to your scripts folder and go to your shaderlist.txt. You're going to want to add a, I think it's box 15 to the list. Save it, close it, and I'm going to make sure that's the right one, so I'll go back up here. Yeah, box15.shader. Okay, you can add box 15, box 293, and box 337 to your shaderlist.txt. Then, when you open Quake or GTK Radiant, let me just go back for a second, oops, and open the shader up, and yeah, sky. Okay, so what I'd want to do is click somewhere where the sky is going to be. Make sure you shift click and get just the face you want, so you don't get the whole thing, so outside of it's still cocked. What you're going to do is go to, in your textures, there should be one named sky, a folder named sky. Let's see if I can find it. Sky, right here. Then click the box 15. Once it's there, it's the texture you're using. If you center click with your scroll wheel, it'll tell you right here where what your actual shader is. There's one right there, and there's a different one in there. Symbol. Then, once you go in-game, you'll be able to see the actual sky on that texture. There's an Austria skybox that you can also add, which simply would be another find it in the thing right here and add it to the shaderlist.txt. But here also is a basic overview of how to make your own shader for your skybox. If you have the skybox images but not the shader, here's a simple way to do it. This first line number 1, which I have Notepad++, and I would suggest it highly. It makes scripting a lot easier. You would add textures. You have to have this first part textures. Then you would have the folder where you want it to show up in GTK Radiant, or the folder where your real textures are, which I would suggest putting them same place, textures and the actual name here for the folder. Then you have the name that you want to show up in GTK Radiant. Obviously, box 15 shows up right here in my textures at the top. Then all you'd have to do is make sure to get the right thing here, go and make a copy of box15.shader and edit it to your liking. These 3 lines here aren't being used because it's making things wave and move. That's what they're for. This first line within the brackets right here is going to be the editor image. I don't have this editor image, so it's not showing up in GTK Radiant. It's just showing as the missing texture, missing shader image. Yeah, and that's simple enough to do. You can either leave this line out or put it in there and have a shader image. I use a basic image to show mine. which I'll have to come in here and show you. Yeah, I'm kind of flustered right now. I've been doing too many things today. There's the sky shader I use. Simple, yet she tells you exactly what it is without even having to look at it. There's my sky. Simple. It's not even tiling, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what this image shows, it's just to help you see what's really there. Then there's, I do not know what this means. So you'll have, if you want, you can just go copy this, go to Google, find out what it means. Simple. With all these things, you should just search them, check out what they do, find out how to use them, how they're correctly supposed to be used. But this Q3 map, light image, line 5 in the box 15.shader is the texture that shows the color of light that's going to be coming off of there. It's, if you have blue and red on the same image, it'll come out as a purple light. This right here is a plain brown, so that's the light color that they chose for that skybox. The skylight, I have no clue. Service param sky means it's skybox. Simple. It makes it so you can't kick off of it and things like that, I assume. The no light map means it's not going to cause shadows, things like that. The no impact means you can't shoot it, the bullets and grenades will go through it. This right here is crucial, right here. Sky params, sky params. The folder the actual environment is in, which most of the time is env, and then inside of env, which I'll show you right now, I'll go back to my Q3, Q4 folder. There's the env folder, and there's box 15. There's the images. If you don't have these images of your own, which I've done, surprisingly, I made my own images, and I scaled them out correctly. Doesn't look too good, though. There's the 6 images. One for the top, one for the back, one for the bottom, one for the front, one for the left, one for the right, and one for up. Excuse me. You have to have all 6. Well, you don't have to have all 6, but it's necessary for most maps. You can see down in the skybox most of the time. What you would want is the name of it, underscore BK for the back, the name of it, underscore DN for the bottom, and so on. Obviously you can see them, you know what they are. And all you have to do in the script is get the right folder. If it's env, then cool, env. I would suggest putting it there, make it simple. In the env folder, add another folder with your name of your skybox, and put that name in the folder here. Then what you would do is you would add the name of the textures, space dash space dash. That means that it's going to grab the up, down, left, and right, all of them, and put them respectively of where they're supposed to be. Then make sure to put the closing one on it, and you should be good. I don't know, that's simple. It should show right in game, and you shouldn't have any problems. Alright, so 9 minutes until I start getting together the terrain map, so be ready for it. Won't be uploading it till tomorrow, but still. Later on, guys.